This suit that I hadn't worn after I quit my job felt very uncomfortable. I'd enjoyed not having a job for a while, but I can't stay that way forever. That's why I, Hayato Ishikawa, decided to find another job. It was for the same apparel industry job, but I was on my way home after my first interview. But am I seriously that boring? They even said that during the interview. I mean, I'm used to it, so I don't really mind it, but... Not to toot my own horn, but I actually used to be the top salesman when I worked sales. They actually praised me for how bland I was. It was actually kind of charming. However, the previous job that I worked was way too busy. Nowadays, what's important is the work and life balance. I'm gonna be in my 30s real soon, so I won't be able to really push myself like before. I may lose some pay, but if I can have more of my own time, then it's worth it. I'm gonna work without pushing myself too hard. Maybe it was because I had experience in this field already with my old job. I was invited to go to the final interview shortly after the first interviews. It wasn't too bad, to be honest. I'm just gonna focus up and face the final interview head-on too. What's that? There was someone I hadn't seen in front of my apartment. I wonder if she moved in. She was carrying boxes that looked pretty heavy. Do you want me to get help?
What?
I gave her a great big sales smile. The world is a pretty scary place nowadays, and I want to avoid being labeled as someone sketchy.
Oh my god, what a fake smile!
You know, I hear that often. It's not like I get used to it or anything, though.
I'm sorry for being so rude, but it's our first time meeting.
Don't worry about it. I'm used to it. Yes, I'm serious. I'm really not lying. I'm totally used to it.
You care very much.
She was a beautiful woman. More than anything, she had an excellent figure. One that you could notice at first glance. And on top of that, she had great fashion sense too. She looked great. I'm okay now. I've recovered mentally.
I don't know. I still feel very guilty.
Are you moving in or something? I'm Ishikawa. I live on the second floor.
Oh, really? I'm actually moving into the second floor as well.
I was surprised by the happy coincidence. It's very nice to be able to live close and have some kind of connection to a beautiful woman.
Okay, so we're actually going to be neighbors then. Let's just live together.
Oh yeah, let me get my business card. Wait, no, that's weird.
Yeah, this isn't work.
Well, nice to meet you. I'm Hayato Ishikawa.
Fumiko Akechi. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, please. The pleasure's all mine.
Oh my god, that really is such a fake smile.
I'm used to people saying that to me, so I don't mind. And because I didn't mind, I helped her carry her stuff. Apparently, she really did live next door.
I'm sorry for making you help me like this.
Oh, please. I was going this way anyway.
I know, you're very kind. It doesn't fit your smile.
I can hear you, you know.
Can you please stop with that smile?
You know, speaking of, that dress really suits you.
Huh? Can you tell?
I backed up a little bit from Akechi-san's surprising reaction.
Oh, I'm sorry. This dress was actually my late mother's dress. That's why I'm just really happy that anyone would say that to me.
You take good care of it, huh?
Yes. It's a very important piece of memory with my mom.
Akechi-san looked like she was staring off into the distance when she said that. The fabric is very solid, and that design. I wonder what brand it is.
Ishikawa-san?
I'm sorry. I work in apparel, so I was just a little curious.
Huh? Really? I work in apparel too. Do you mind if I ask what company you work for?
I actually just resigned recently. I'm in the middle of looking for a new job. I actually just got done with one of my first interviews.
Oh, I see. Well, I think I'm glad that you were the first person to run into who lived here. Thank you so much for today. Please, let me repay you later.
Oh, you don't need to worry about it. You gotta help each other out.
Oh, if you're struggling to find a new job, I can help you.
You can? Are you some kind of higher up or something?
Well, we'll have to see about that.
From what I could tell, she looked like she was around my age. Which means that she probably wasn't super high up, but this had to be some kind of connection. It's still nice to hear that she's got my back. Well, I guess I'll talk to you if I don't pass this interview.
We really need more people who are interested in the field. I think that you'll be able to handle any interviews, though.
Okay, well, I'll see you later. I turn to open my door and go inside.
Ah, Ishikawa-san, you dropped your handkerchief.
I swung around and noticed that Akechi-san was handing me the handkerchief that I dropped on the ground. Apparently, she picked it up when I wasn't paying attention. Oh, thank you so much. I didn't notice at all.
This is from overseas, right? It's quite expensive. You really do work in apparel, don't you?
I wouldn't lie.
Oh, you know, your smile was just so fake.
That's so mean. After smirking and laughing a little bit, I went back into my room. I felt like I could get along with Akechi-san. I really don't want to deal with neighbor problems. This apartment has pretty solid security, so I think I'll be okay. Oh, but...
Oh my gosh, Dad, you're such a worrier! I answered the message from my dad. He had raised me all on his own this whole time, but he's a little overprotective. My dad should be willing to find a new person soon, and speaking of new people... I'm so glad that Ishikawa-san is my neighbor! New environments are always so jarring. At the very least, I had lucked out on the neighbor lottery. He's very easy to talk to and kind. He said it looks good on me, Mom. More than anything, it was the first time that I'd felt this way. It was like my heart was racing and I was floating. I was so glad that he had complimented me on my dress. He definitely has a good eye. I'm sure he has to be a good person. I was surprised that he was in the same industry, but that's why I was happy that he praised me. It was the first time that I'd felt this way. It was like my heart was racing and I was floating. What? I could hear something from the other side of the curtains on my balcony. I jumped up to look that way. The sun was setting, but we were on the second floor. I didn't expect any weirdos to show up this early, but you never know. What do I do? Maybe I should have Ishikawa-san come over. I wasn't sure what I should do, but I crept over to the balcony to check out the source of the noise. I prepared myself to run away immediately, call for Ishikawa-san. I had just moved, so I didn't have that kind of security goods at all. If someone attacked me, I had nothing. My heart was pounding before I opened the curtains. I found no pervert or criminal, just a very cute cat that was scratching its face, like it just woke up from a nap. So cute! I walked onto the balcony and extended my hand out to try to pet it, but the cat looked away before just walking away to Ishikawa-san's room. Lucky. I should go over to Ishikawa-san's room. But I'm sure if I just show up, it's probably annoying, huh? Maybe this is just a little path for cats. I wonder if Ishikawa-san knows about it. I'll ask him some other time. I was a little upset that I couldn't pet the cat, but I went back inside and closed the door behind me. My phone was ringing. Someone was calling me. I checked who it was and found it was my father. What is it, Dad? Oh my gosh, you don't have to worry so much. Oh yeah, actually, something just happened. I heard something, and a cat actually just walked through my balcony.
Today was the day that I was having a final interview. I made sure to remember if I had forgotten anything before eating breakfast. After checking the weather forecast, it was apparently going to rain from around lunchtime. It's just an interview, so I think I can go home pretty early, but I guess I'll bring my clothes just in case. Huh? Is the model that I ordered yesterday already here? I was excited when heading to the front door. Checking who was there, I found Akechi-san waiting. What's wrong, Akechi-san? What's got you all riled up? Your room?
Please, I don't know what I should do.
I still had plenty of time till the interview. I didn't want to leave Akechi-san all alone, since she was clearly shaken up. I headed to her room. Was there a roach or something?
No, there's something way worse than a roach.
Huh? The balcony? So, can you tell me what it is?
Please look, a very important dress. It's gone.
Huh? After thinking about it for a few minutes, I finally understood what was going on. Wait, are you saying there was a thief?
I think that might be what's going on.
That's horrible! What a terrible person! We need to call the cops right now!
I think that it might have just been the wind too, though.
Akechi-san was clearly terrified. She's not completely wrong, though. Wind was in the realm of possibilities, but there weren't any real strong winds last night that would possibly send her laundry flying.
If I lose that dress,
Akechi-san was trembling as tears began to fill her eyes. That dress was something that was gifted to her from her mother. Let's go to the police once, just in case. There may be more situations like this happening in the area. I'm gonna go out for a little bit, but if you want, I'll go with you after I'm done.
Is that okay? I have something I have to do as well, so I'll do my best to wrap things up as soon as possible and come back.
Let's do our best to look around the area while we're out too, huh?
You're right. I'm seriously so glad that you're here, Ishikawa-san.
Oh, I think that it might be a good idea to take photos of the scene to use when describing to the police too. Akechi-san went out onto her balcony before snapping photos of the area and taking in her laundry. I'm gonna go back to my house and get ready to leave. But I can't believe that something like this would happen right after a young woman moves in. I was a little upset with the situation before going outside to my balcony to take in my own laundry. Maybe it fell off the hanger. My clothing was on the ground. I guess the wind was pretty strong? Why is this? I took it into my hands and noticed that Akechi-san's dress was there. I could feel myself sweating bullets. This is bad. This is seriously bad. I mean, seriously, really, absolutely bad. I picked it up and noticed that it was absolutely the dress that had been stolen from her balcony. What? What the hell is it doing here?
What's wrong, Ishikawa-san?
No, you don't understand. I didn't take it.
Take it? Huh? Is that my dress? Huh?
I guess she was still on her balcony. She heard my voice and popped out to look at me on my own balcony. I could tell that she was slowly starting to contort her face into something furious.
Did you steal it?
No, it was on my balcony for some reason. I don't know anything about it.
You're the worst. I trusted you, Ishikawa-san. I'm not going to forgive you.
I didn't take it, I'm telling you! This is all some kind of mistake or someone trying to frame me!
Don't give me excuses. I'm going to the place and you're coming with me. You told me that you'd come with me, right? I can't believe that someone like you was living next to me. How disgusting!
After dropping that on me, she went right back inside. I checked my clock and noticed that the clock was ticking and my interview was coming up. How does this happen? This is the worst! It was my final interview, but my mood was in its final stages of grief. I was completely broken, and no matter what they asked me, I was only going to be able to answer with a weak... Oh yeah, it wasn't just a regular problem with a neighbor. This was turning into a criminal issue.
Please, come inside.
Thank you for having me today. What are you doing here, Akechi-san?
Are you kidding me? What What are you doing here? Was your last interview with us?
The person who sat before me was the person who I just had a big scene with this morning. Akechi-san! Was she supposed to be my interviewer?
I don't need to interview you. You are removed from the running immediately.
Wait, hang on! That was just a misunderstanding!
You had my dress in your hands. How is that a misunderstanding? I'm going to take you to the police later.
I needed to convince her right now, or there was no time for me to even interview! If people find out about this, then it's not just going to be this job, it's going to be all future jobs as well! I, Hayato Ishikawa, was in the worst possible corner that I'd ever experienced in my life! I'm screwed. Needless to say, the interview was pretty freaking horrible. When it rains, it most certainly pours, and I'd forgotten to bring an umbrella. I was getting covered in rain as I dragged my feet back home. If anything, the worst was yet to come. Why is this happening to me?
Are you sure about this? He seems like an incredibly talented guy. My employee handed me a resume and I checked it. No way, is this... I was shocked by what I had seen on his resume. I don't know what compelled the top of the industry salesman to transfer jobs, but he should have no problem getting job offers left and right with his track record. I was shocked by his betrayal up until a moment ago, but I finally started to calm down and think, if I had just calmed down sooner, then maybe I could have listened to what he had to say. He was so kind to me. Would he really have done something like that? I felt like he was also surprised as well. I sipped on some tea to try to calm myself down. No, it's fine. That horrible man doesn't deserve to work here. I was saying that to try to convince myself, but it still felt wrong. I felt all of the questions running through my mind. Why would he steal my clothing? If it was anything else other than that dress, he could have just asked, and... I had grown fond of him. That's why it felt even worse when I thought he betrayed me. I looked through the photos that I took this morning on my phone. When and how did my dress get stolen? I had no idea. Wait, is this? I felt something was off, so I zoomed in on the photo. There, I saw a familiar-looking handkerchief. Is this Ishikawa-san's handkerchief? I thought it was just a mistake, but after looking more carefully, there was no mistaking it. It was such a unique pattern that I had remembered it vividly. Why is it on my balcony? Did he drop it when he came over to my house this morning? I don't remember him doing anything that would make him drop it, and he didn't actually come out to my balcony. At this rate, I'm in the same boat as Ishikawa-san. That's impossible. I didn't steal it. I need to apologize right away. After looking at the photo again, I saw that there was something that looked like the tail of a cat in the corner of Ishikawa-san's balcony, and it was very small, but I saw a cloth or something. It all seemed to make sense all of a sudden. I felt like I had just solved the riddle. It felt like there was one truth that prevailed. The interviews are over, so I'm going to go home. I felt a sense of urgency wash over me. I ran out of the office. I'm so sorry!
Akechi-san came slamming into me like the rain that was pouring down. I didn't understand what was going on at all, and I couldn't hide my confusion. What's going on?
Because I'm so sorry, Ishikawa-san.
A cat?
Yes, please look at this.
She was blowing her nose, her eyes a bright red. I tried to calm her down and cheer her up. She had shown me a photo of her balcony that she took this morning. My guess is, this cat carried the clothing to my balcony. Oh, I see. This cat did it. I didn't expect the cat to take a whole dress, though.
I'm so sorry for saying something so mean.
She quickly bowed down, begging me for forgiveness. Her eyes were once again pouring out tears.
Everything that I said to you, it is not something that should be forgiven. I'll make up for anything, I swear.
I'm just glad that you finally understand that it was all just a misunderstanding.
If you want, I'll give you as many of my clothes as you want.
No, I'm fine with just one.
Okay then, is the clothing I have on now okay?
Crap! I didn't mean to say that! Akechi-san, snap out of it already!
Huh? Did you want other clothes instead?
That's not what I mean! What's going on with her? Is it from guilt or something? She seems incredibly unstable. You know, this all kind of made me forget about the fact that you were my interviewer. What's going on?
You can't tell with my last name? I may look like this, but I'm the CEO's daughter.
Akechi, I see. You'll have to pardon me. I was in no position to think.
I understand. I'm so sorry for ruining your one interview. I think that I had found myself being drawn to your fake smile at one point, and that's how important my dress was. So I just felt like you had betrayed me, and then I just snapped out and started popping off. I know it's not to be forgiven.
Akechi-san seemed pretty upset. It was just a small misunderstanding. That's it. It's not like it was her fault either. Obviously, I had some fault too, but she wanted some kind of action to make up for what she had done. Then... Okay, well, I have one thing that I'd like to ask you for.
Yes, it's my first time, so I'd appreciate it if you weren't so rough.
Oh my gosh, come back to reality, Akechi-san! Oh crap, I need to do something about her. That's not what I mean. Can you give me another shot at the interview?
Ishikawa-san, thank you very much, but there's no need.
Akechi-san gave me a gentle smile.
I'm sure you'll pass the interview.
Are you sure?
Yes, of course. I'm looking forward to working with you. It's interesting, though. It looks like you took a few days to steal it.
Steal what?
My heart.
Let's stop going farther than that. I think it's going to get us in more trouble.
No, I'm getting really embarrassed now. But you're as good as 100 employees. I think my dad will be really happy to have you.
I'm glad that you seem like you got your mojo back. Oh yeah, come on inside. I need to give you your clothes back.
It's the first time that I'm going into a man's house. I'll shower first, and...
Are you seriously not going to snap out of this trance?
Well, this whole incident must have caused me to really just fall head over heels for you.
She just asked me out. I mean, she's beautiful and has an incredible figure, and on top of all that, she's the CEO's daughter, so there's really no flaws, but it's only been a few days since we'd met. How about we start off as friends?
I'd really appreciate that. Then, I guess I'm going to stay over tonight.
Yes, we can do that after we get to know each other a bit more. I think she might be a little bit, off? Oh, look, Akechi-san!
So cute.
No, I mean, it's sleeping on your clothes. Are you okay with it?
It's fine. I can't give the cat my dress, but I'm okay with giving her other clothing.
Look at it just sleeping, without a care in the world.
This morning, we were concerned with a pervert, and now we're worked up over love. Talk about different.
You're very straightforward and honest, aren't you, Akechi-san? It's actually admirable.
Hey, Ishikawa-san, why don't we name the cat Baron?
Wait, is this some kind of the cat returns type situation? The name felt very familiar.
Well, he's our Cupid.
Huh? How did we reach that conclusion?
Thank you for watching. How was today's video? Please check out our other videos as well.